What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. In this video, I need to specify one thing first. I am not Republican and I am not Democrat. This is not a political channel and I don't promote politicians. All right? I have my opinions. I go to the voting booth and I vote. That's my right and we do it. But this video is for Congressman Patrick Henry. Pat, say bye. Say bye. Because what you don't understand, Mr. McHenry, is you can take all the money you want from these assholes that's running Wall Street into the ground. Take their money. I'm fixing to show you receipts of how much money he's taken from them. And then you can go to the voting booth and you can show this man, fuck him and fuck the money that they're giving him. It's time for us to take a stand in the voting booth and vote these assholes out. Now, I know he's Republican and almost everybody that watches my channel are Republicans. Some are Democrats. It doesn't matter. We're Americans and we need to stand up and fight together against these motherfuckers who are destroying our country. Let me give you an example of why I am pinpointing Mr. McHenry, okay? In June of 2022, the House Committee on Financial Services released their report and their findings concerning the investigation they did on the meme stock frenzy that took place in January and June of last year. All right? And then they give us their results right here. Well, we know everybody's been over it. You just have to remember this has been a few months ago and some YouTubers talked about it. It's time to talk about this again. The first finding was that Robinhood exhibited troubled business practices, inadequate risk management, and a culture that prioritized growth above stability during the meme stock market event. Okay, that's a mouthful right there, people. They say in the first finding that Robinhood exhibited troubled business practices, but the fact is all these brokers have exhibited troubled business practices, inadequate risk management, meaning they have over leveraged themselves in short positions against certain stocks. All brokers have. It was exposed when we got to APE, and the foreign countries like China, Germany, the Netherlands, everybody didn't get their shares of APE. And here in America, they just put a placeholder number there for us. All right? And now, when it's time for them to come forward with the money when we sell, they can't do it. Why? Because they are inadequate risk management. They over leverage themselves. That's the first finding. Then the second finding was how broker-dealers were facing a great operational and liquidity concern. They were over-leveraged. Took the most expansive trading restrictions, taking the buy button, although multiple brokers introduced trading restrictions for a variety of risk management reasons during the meme market event. What they're saying, all the brokers are involved in this. Every one of them. All right? And this document was a really, really good benefit to us, yet YouTubers talked about it for one fucking day and it was gone. But let me ask you this. Do you know the response Republicans that Maxine Waters and Al Green received? Let me give you an example and then you'll understand why I've turned my focus to McHenry and why McHenry is a superior threat to our financial system and he needs to be stopped. Look at this. McHenry eyeing House Financial Services chair, racks up campaign donations. McHenry eyes panel chairman if Republicans retake the House. Word to you, McHenry. The Republicans may take the House in November, but we're going to vote your ass out. You will never, ever get the chance to be on the House Financial Committee. Here's why, people. You need to vote this man out if you're in North Carolina. Look at this. The House Financial Services ranking Republican Patrick T. McHenry raised about $940,000 in campaign donations in the weeks leading up to and months after setting his sight on the panel chairman. He wants to be the financial chairman, and he has gained $940,000 campaign donations to ensure that he gets there. Now watch this. McHenry, Republican, North Carolina, said in April that he would seek the chairmanship of the Financial Services Committee rather than pursue a position in party leadership if Republicans take the House in the midterm elections. The total receipts of his campaign committee from April to the end of June at $940,000, more than doubled the $390,000 raised the previous quarter, according to the federal election campaign filings. The Federal Service Committee is known for filling its members' campaign coffers from the industries to oversee the fundraising can play a part in securing leadership positions. McHenry's campaign has raised $2.8 million since the start of 2021 and ended the second quarter of this year with $1.6 million on hand, according to the FEC filings. McHenry, who's in a safe seat, has far outraised Democrat opponent Pamela Jeanette, who raised only $117,000 and has just $2,130 in her account at the end of June. Okay, so McHenry has received campaign donations in the amount of $940,000, and his opponent has only $117,000 and just $2,130 in her account at the end of June. What does that tell you, people? She's not accepting campaign donations from influential people. And boy, you really fixing to be fucked up when you see what I'm about to show you and why I've turned to McHenry. Look at this. This was his response to the Financial Committee's findings during their investigation, and I'm going to tell you now, they're right. Everything they said in this report was correct. But Mr. McHenry here says that he's going to Republicans correct the record regarding the meme stock event of January 2021. Now, here is Patrick, the ranking Republican, fixing to speak upon what his feelings are concerning the House's financial investigations findings. Today, the top Republican on the House Financial Services Committee, Patrick McHenry, North Carolina, issued the following statement in response to the committee Democrats' report regarding the meme stock event of January 2021. He says, "I first called for a hearing on the GameStop situation to understand the facts on the ground," said Republican leader McHenry. "This was an opportunity to explore ways to open markets and provide more opportunities for everyday investors to participate. Instead, the committee Democrats saw a chance to use partisan conspiracy theories to push an agenda that makes the stock market less accessible." By less accessible, he's referring to the brokerage apps like Robinhood, Webull, and Public, and all the small non-commissioned brokers. And he's saying that if they remove payment for order flow, then they'll be restricting us from trading, and he's just looking out for our best interest. Bullshit. Now, I just showed you who he's getting his campaign contributions from. These people are fighting us, and they're taking their money and they're buying politicians with it. We know this. This has been all of our fucking lives. However, this time it's me and it's you caught up in this mess, and it's time to show them that we have had enough. Now, I'm starting an email campaign over in my Discord. I've already wrote the letter to Maxine Waters, and we'll be writing a letter to Patrick McHenry and telling him how we feel, and that we know that he's on their payroll, and it better stop now. That it'd be best for him to return those contributions and do the right thing for America, or he will be voted out. Now, I go back to the beginning. Democrats, Republicans, Americans. Okay? So you can figure out, I gotta vote Democrat because I'm Democrat. I gotta vote Republican because I'm Republican. No, you gotta do what's best for this fucking country. And that man is not it. So, you could pick another candidate that you want, but I'm telling you now, if this man gets in and he'll be the head of the finance committee, and these people have paid him off. Now, I'll be back with more about Patrick, and I'm going to have a talk with y'all about a very beloved person who King Griffin has got in bed with. And it looks like, well, we'll get to that in the next video. Right now, I just got some breaking news on Citadel, and I want to do that video real quick. So I'm going to end this one. I'm going to make the Citadel video, and then I'll be back to talk to you again about bringing the fight to them. Love y'all. Be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.
Cold red, there's been a glitch in the matrix. They out here wildin' and it's too much, I can't take it. Red pill, blue pill, my mind knew they were shaping. Sound the alarm, there's been a glitch.